Yo, how's it going everybody? Chadley here, and today I wanted to show you guys a pistol that I have really been enjoying lately. It's not a new pistol by any means, but it's just one that I've recently started using again, and it actually kind of melts enemies. It's a little ridiculous, and that is the Flood. So the other night on stream, we were going to try to make a Jacob's Moze build just for fun, and I saw I had a Sentinel Cryo Flood in my inventory. I was like, this thing shoots really fast. I wonder how it would work with some for the road. So I just pulled that one out and started using it on Moze, and it was kind of tearing some things up. Then we got our hands on a 125 Incendiary Flood, and it's a little crazy. So right here, we are at Graveward, and we have neutral modifiers here, and we're just going to see what happens. I do have Click Click and Desperate Measures on, so that's why my health is really low. So otherwise, I'm going to spam it to empty, hop into Iron Bear, and then now we have some for the road, so we can just shoot this thing forever. And Graveward is gone in just a couple seconds. It's a little insane. I have not been seeing people use the Flood at all. I have a version basically for every character now, and I did a little bit of testing before starting recording this video, and it absolutely shreds on every single character. I hope just seeing that it shreds on Moze, like we just killed Graveward in a couple seconds with a Flood. So otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and move over to the other characters. I can show it on each character, so let's go ahead and move over to Flack. We just switched over to Flack. We're on our Amp Master Flack that I released the other day. I will be using the racks for just general enemies. It doesn't work that great with Fadeaway. This is definitely going to be a rack attack or gamma burst gun if you get the gamma burst anointment, but I just have the 100 ASE, so we're going to use rack attacks. But otherwise, let me just show you guys what it can do on the mobs here, and you can just 2-3 tap people. You don't have to shoot a whole mag at somebody to kill them. I definitely just recommend shooting it in bursts when you're mobbing, and you can just fly through enemies super easy. And I'm going to go ahead and switch over to 3-shot fadeaway though, just so I can go behind Trant and get the crits so you guys can see the full damage potential of the Flood. Also, I should note our modifiers are neutral, so nothing's going to be helping out the Flood. It's just going to be what we have, so I'm just going to go invisible. I'm using 3-shot fadeaway just so I can get the action skill and anointment procced quicker. And we're going to come behind him, wait for him to do that. And one clip goes there, second clip kills him. It absolutely shreds. The biggest downfall of this gun is its low magazine size. I've heard you can get it up to 11. I'm not 100% sure about that. Most of the ones I have are 8s, so that's definitely the biggest downfall. I would highly recommend getting a magazine size passive on your relic or something like that, and you'll be good to go. But this thing seriously does destroy, and let's go ahead and move over to Amara, and we can see how it does on her. Now over here on Wheel of Pain Amara, I have the exact same Flood. It's all the same stats and the same anointments. I'm using bonus shock and radiation. Also, our modifiers are assault rifle damage and 2 enemy projectiles. Let's just go ahead and see how that works. And we can still just shred through enemies. After we see how this does on Trant, I'm going to switch over to Zane and his Sentinel Cryo version, and we're gonna go into True Takedown and see how it does in there. So I'm gonna get rid of our overkill, and otherwise let's just go ahead and kill Trant. Normally I do just run up to him, melee him so it stuns him, and then he can we can get free shots on his little backpack. I'm gonna phase grasp him, punch him, fly around, and hopefully in just a couple clips we can finish him off. There we go. That was, I think it was like 4 clips or something like that. Definitely not too bad. This is definitely going to be a Moze or Flack gun. Flack just because he has that super high crit. And then Moze because you can have some for the road and just shoot forever like we did on Graveward. One good thing that Amara has though is since this gun needs to reload so much, we do get fast hands and alacrity for it. And it's almost like an instant reload once you're using like your action skill and stuff like that. So it does end up being a pretty darn good option for mobbing on Amara. But otherwise, let's go ahead and go to True Takedown with Zane and just see how it does over there. Now that we're over here on Zane, we have a Sentinel Cryo version. Also, I'm just running a standard drone and barrier build with Seeing Dead. So we're just going to see how that ends up working out. And yeah, let's go ahead and do it. All right, let's see how this does on our guards here. I think I missed all those. It's definitely not too bad. It's going to be better once we're moving, obviously, because we're Zane. Once we get a little closer, I think this can be a little bit easier to test out. Yeah, we can just melt through a lot of these guys. And this is true takedown, so it's definitely not a bad gun once you get used to it and like how to control the recoil, because there is definitely some recoil with this gun to get used to. You guys can just start shredding some enemies. Enemies are going to be dying in like a clip or less, and especially if you guys get the hang of it and you can hit crits like we just did on that jetpack guy, you can easily kill him in less than a clip. But overall, this gun is just so much fun to use. That's one of the big things I like about it, is not only is it really good, but it's just a ton of fun. Like, you're shooting a pistol faster than most machine guns in this game. It feels like it's a pistol shreddifier. It's a ton of fun. On Moze, it was seriously doing some work. Even in True Takedown, we went over to True Takedown and we're just shredding some enemies with the thing, especially once we activate some for the road and we can just go full auto for 5 seconds. It was awesome. So we're just gonna see how this does on our Kraken right here. Probably not too well, because we can't really hit his crits. It gets out a good little chunk per burst, so it's definitely not bad. I've definitely seen worse, but otherwise, for just like general mobbing, this gun is not that bad. It's a little tougher once there's a lot of chaos going on like that. It's a little tough to hit your shots, but once you figure it out, you can start melting enemies. This is definitely a crit weapon. I would say this weapon does the best with Moze and Flack. Zane, obviously, it does some work in once you get the Sentinel Cryo anointment, and Amara can definitely make some use out of it as well. But for bossing type stuff, Moze and Flack are definitely going to have the best use with this gun. So we can go ahead and finish off the Kraken here. We'll see how long it takes. It definitely helped if we could hit some crits on this guy. He's not really going to want to cooperate. There we go. Not too long to take those out, and it's a pretty decent leg breaker. So if you guys want to get your hands on the Flood, it drops from a Lagrimar in Conrad's Hold. This is a little mini boss at the end of a side mission. The side mission starts kind of by Manvark over by the radio tower to the right, and once you beat it, you can farm the end boss from it. End boss is super easy. There's just a lot of Varkids who are more annoying than the actual boss. But if you have a high damaging character, you can kill him in just a couple seconds and easily farm this weapon. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a thumbs up, and you guys want to see more Borderlands content, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Otherwise, I will catch you over on Twitch during all of this red chest event stuff over the next week. So if you guys want some free loot, definitely head over there. But otherwise, I will catch you in the next video. See ya.